Hi, this is Francisco Bijan from vitalcoaching.com. We are talking about dating success for women. And the topic for this video is how to connect with a guy you never met before. Imagine how many opportunities you did miss in the past, maybe because you didn't dare really to take the step and connect with a guy you did fancy. It might be in the supermarket, in a public place. It might be at a party. It might be in a cafe, in a trendy place. And you realize that all you need to actually take the step is a little bit of extra courage, a little bit of extra confidence. What you need to succeed with these situations is just a strategy, right? You want an approach that works. And this is what we are going to cover in this video. When you see a guy you like, there are different things you can do. You could walk directly to him and ask him out. You can kind of play with your eyes and establish eye contact. You can walk to him, invite him for a drink. You can ask him to help you with something, or you can directly walk to him and tell him that you like him. Now, you see that these are all different strategies, different lines of actions that you can take. What we are going to check now is really what strategies work best. The first thing I want to say is that there is no right or wrong strategies. 90% of your success depends on your attitude, really. You need to be confident, you need to be fun, you need to be teasing, flirty, sexy. All these things, all these qualities are the basic qualities you want to express. Once you have this flirty attitude in place, then you can really look at very specific strategies you can use to connect with a guy you never met before. Suppose that he works in a cafe. What you can do is very simple. When he comes to you, for instance, to get the money or give you the drinks, you can simply hand him a card with your name and phone number. And it might say something like, call me. That's it. A very simple line with your phone number, call me. And you can add maybe a teasing word like, I don't bite, or something like that. This, I think, it's very sexy, and when a guy receives something like that, I think that it triggers his imagination very, very fast. Now, if you apply that, do that in a very discreet way so that his colleagues maybe or your friends don't see it. Now, let's check the situation when he's with his friends. For instance, you are at a cafe, an evening out, you are with your friends, female friends, for instance. You see this guy you fancy. How do you connect with him if he's with his friends? The best way to do that is first by start flirting, connecting, establishing eye contact from the distance. Don't walk to him directly and ask him out. It would be embarrassing for him if you do that in front of his friends. So don't go that way. You start first by establishing contact from the distance. Let him know that you are checking him out, and that way it will trigger his imagination again. Next, you can let him initiate contact, let him maybe walk to you if he feels that there is a real opening there. But you can as well initiate contact yourself in a different way. For instance, if you go to the bar where he might be with his friends and you go there to order a drink, take a paper napkin, for instance, and write your number on it. Next to it, write, text me. Then when you are ordering your drink, just put the napkin next to him in a place where he can see it. After that, you just get your drink and walk away. Let him take the following step. Now, the next question is how to strike a conversation, for instance. There are circumstances where you are going already to be physically close to somebody, for instance, sitting in a bus or at a bus stop as well, or waiting in the line for something. So you can strike a conversation very naturally. First, establish eye contact. You smile. You're not going to start talking straight away, but you establish eye contact and you smile. Most of the conversation starters, which really work, have to do with teasing a guy. And this is what we will cover in another video. Now let's check a supermarket situation. What I do believe works really best, this is a very simple tip that you can apply straight away. It is to play the cooking tip card. Go and get a little package of spices. And then on these spices you are going to put your card. Try to attach it somehow on the package. On this card, write a couple of lines, something like, for your salads, or fancy a drink. Text me, and then you add your phone number. Now you just walk in his direction, and when you reach his shopping cart or shopping basket, you just throw this package of spices into his cart or basket. After that, you simply walk away and give him a flirty look. What if he's a professional working somewhere? That's almost an ideal situation because you can ask him for help. Ask him a silly question. Pretend you have no clue and simply give him the opportunity to rescue you. Now, what if the guy does not answer back? For instance, you take the step, right? You give him your card in one of the situations we described already, and he simply doesn't respond. Well, that's a risk always to take, right? Probably 50% of the guys you could be attracted to are probably already in a relationship. So anytime you take a small risk in that direction, there is a small chance that the guy won't respond to you. Now, not taking your chance would probably be the biggest mistake you can make. If he does not answer, well, you tried it, right? That's a victory in itself. Let's check another situation. For instance, if you notice a guy in a busy street, for instance, can you just walk to him and start a conversation? Most of the times it's going to be a bit challenging. So what you can do is really follow him. Sooner or later he will enter into a cafe or into a shop to buy some clothes, for instance. Now if he's having a drink somewhere, you can apply the kind of strategies we already mentioned earlier. If he's shopping for clothes, that's an ideal situation again, because you can ask him for feedback. You can ask him for feedback on something you would like to try. Do you like the touch of this material? Do you like the color? Do you think those pants are too tight? Do you think this is a sexy dress? These are all questions which are going to establish complicity between the two of you straight away. If it's a shop for guys only, you can ask him for feedback on something you'd like to get for your brother, for instance. You can say, can I ask you a question? Do you think my brother would like this shirt? And then, somewhere in the conversation, you can add, I'm going for a drink. You want to join me? You see that in all these situations, there is always a way to break through. And the biggest mistake you can make is simply not to try. I hope these tips give you an idea on how to initiate contact now with guys. Of course, the more you practice these moves, the better you become at it. Okay? I hope this makes sense. You take care, and bye-bye.